There are three references to religion in the Constitution, and all three are ones that keep religion at arm's length away from the state. There is no religious test required for office holders, a remarkable revolutionary act at the time. The First Amendment says there will be no national religion established by the national government. It says that we will not interfere with your private right to worship or not worship as you see fit, right? That is what the Constitution says. And so Landry says he wanted to put this up because Moses was the first lawgiver. He's not. The Code of Hammurabi predates Moses by 4 centuries or something. But also, if you want to look at the real law of the land, put the Constitution up on those walls. Let students read what the real law of this country has to say about the proper role of religion in politics.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He said, who, the what, Marabi, what? The who, what? The who is the Marabi and what? What is this? Hold up. What is that? Okay, so he said that, people say that Moses was the first lawgiver. Nope. Moses was not the first lawgiver. He's right there. He's right. Moses is not the first lawgiver. But he said Marabi and what? Who is that? Hold up.
Religion established by the national government. It says that we will not interfere with your private right to worship or not worship as you see fit, right? That is what the Constitution says. And so Landry says he wanted to put this up because Moses was the first lawgiver. He's not. The Code of Hammurabi predates Moses.
Oh, Code of Hammurabi. What is that? A Code of Hammurabi. Hold up. What is a Code of Hammurabi? Code. By the way, even 4 centuries before Moses, Code of Hammurabi, even that whatever that is not the first lawgiver. Code of Hammurabi, the Code of Hammurabi. What is that? Hammurabi, the kinsman, is a healer. Who is that? What is the what? Okay, hold on. What does the Code of Hammurabi do? What are the laws? What is the Code of Hammurabi? Let me see. A Code of Hammurabi is a Babylonian legal text composed during 1755 through 1750 BC. It is the longest, best organized, and best preserved legal text from the ancient Near East by Hammurabi, 6th king of the first dynasty of Babylon. Okay, so this is Babylon. All right. So even if this was the first written law or whatever before Moses, whatever. I'm pretty sure that there was a law before Moses. In Egypt, there must have been a law in Egypt before Moses. There has to have been a law. Okay. Code of Hamadula Blangata, whatever the name is. I'm sure that, I'm not sure. I'm positive. I know that is not the first law giver. Hammurabi or whatever his name is not the first law giver in the history of the earth. The very first lawgiver in the history of the earth is you guys already know Jesus Christ is the very first lawgiver in the history of anything. Okay, in the history of anything, Jesus Christ is the very first lawgiver. Remember, before the Babylonians, before Hammurabi even existed, before anybody even existed, Jesus Christ existed. And, Jesus Christ, when he made the earth, when God made the earth, the very first day, the very first second day, the very first third day, the very first fourth day, the very first fifth day, the very first sixth day, on the sixth day, that's when humans were made, Adam and Eve. And he said to Adam and Eve, he said to Adam, don't eat this, because if you do, this will happen, right? Don't eat this or else you are going to die. That's the law. So that means God is the first lawgiver, not this code of Hamalama Ding Dong Marabi, whatever the name is. Okay, that's not the first law. He's not the first lawgiver. I don't even know why I'm making a video of this. I'm supposed to be making a video of the, Louisiana commandments law thing that just happened recently. So I don't know why I'm here. Why am I here? Why did I do this video? Whatever, but you guys already know that God is the very first lawgiver. Actually, the law was before it predated The Ten Commandments predated Moses. How do we know this? Well, you guys already know Genesis. In Genesis 4, there was murder in Genesis 4, and that was a sin according to God. Sin lieth at the door, God said to Cain. Remember, he murdered his brother. Sin lieth at the door. Okay, that's murder was already there before Exodus, right? Murder was already a sin before Exodus. Murder was already sin before Moses. Another thing, lying. In Genesis, I believe it's in Genesis 20, in one of the 20s, Abraham lied about his wife to Amalek, to, what was his name? Amalek, one of the Amalekites, the Amalekite king. I forgot his name, but he told this king that his wife was only his sister. And then the king told him, "Hey, why did you do this thing? I would have to cause me to do this great sin." Okay, he lied. Abraham lied and almost caused the king to commit a sin, which is adultery. Okay, so that's 3 right there: murder, lie, adultery. This was before Moses, so it was already there. The law was already there. So the very first lawgiver is not the code of Hammurabi, and it's not even Moses. Moses didn't really give a law. God gave the law that was already there, predating Moses, to Moses in order for Moses to give it to the Israelites because they had forgotten about the law of God. Remember Joseph? Joseph and the wife of Potiphar. Potiphar's wife was trying to seduce Joseph to sleep with her, and Joseph said, "Hey, I don't want to do this great sin against God." That's adultery. That's adultery. In Exodus 16, remember in Exodus 16, God told Moses to tell the Israelites to to pick up the bread, the manna, right? On the 6th day is going to the manna is going to double so that they can pick it up on the 6th day, so that they don't have to pick up the manna on the 7th day, because the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord our God. So the Sabbath was already established before God gave it to Moses. If we go to Exodus 16 real quick, and just look at how it's framed. Just look at how God frames this. The Sabbath was already there. In Exodus 16, watch. Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. Wait, hold up. There is a law? So then what law is this that he's talking about? So 6 days you guys shall gather all everything that you need to gather. On the 7th day, don't gather anything. What law is that? That's the 4th commandment, the Sabbath commandment. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So the Sabbath commandment, we know that the Sabbath was in Genesis, right? The word Sabbath is not in Genesis, but the rest of God rested and sanctified that 7th day in Genesis. Okay? In Genesis 2. God sanctified that 7th day in Genesis 2. Okay? Then we can say, now, this is not true. We know that the Sabbath commandment has been a perpetual thing from Genesis to Exodus all the way to Revelation. We know that it's been a perpetual thing. But for the sake of the argument, let's say that we never heard about the Sabbath ever again until Exodus 16. Now all of a sudden God brings it up again. Wait a minute. So the Sabbath was in Genesis 2. And now it's as if God reveals it to them as if this has already been going on forever. Yes, because it's true. It's been going on. Just because they forgot about it doesn't mean that it wasn't there, right? So the Sabbath has been going on forever, from institution to Exodus 16 to Exodus 20 to now to Revelation. It's been going on. It's a perpetual thing. It's been going on. Because otherwise he wouldn't say, he would explain it. Hey, look, I'm going to establish my Sabbath right now. No, but he doesn't say that, does he? He said, then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. Whether they will walk in my law or no. As if the law was already there. Because the law was already there. And we all know that in Exodus 16, that's when God tested them about the Sabbath. Watch. The law was already there. The Sabbath commandment was already there. If we go to verse 23, or actually verse 22, starting from verse 22, it says, and it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man, and all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses, and he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. When did he do that? When was the Sabbath established? How come we didn't know about the Sabbath? It's as if it's already there. We just didn't know about it. Well, because it's already been there. When did that happen? In Genesis 2. It's in Genesis 2. It's a perpetual thing. It just already. He didn't say, hey, look, I'm going to establish a new thing. It's going to be the Sabbath. Nope. He just said it nonchalantly, like as if it's already been happening. As if it's already been happening. Because it already has been happening. It's already been perpetual. Just because they forgot about it doesn't mean that it wasn't. That doesn't mean that it was forgotten. That it was forgotten. Just because the Israelites forgot about it doesn't mean that it didn't exist. It's been existing. The Sabbath day has been existing. And all this to say that God was the first lawgiver. The Sabbath was already there. The law about murder was already there. The law about lying, adultery, adultery, and I said murder already. Coveting. It's already there. It was already there. It's already been there. Because we know Psalms 119 tells us that the law is forever. It's eternal. The law, the 10 Commandments, is eternal. Anyways, I'm supposed to be doing a different video. I don't know why I did this video. So let's get to the other video. If you guys were blessed by this little Bible study, please like and share. Share with your friends, your family, your coworkers, anybody who you know would be blessed by this Bible study. For those of you guys who have been supporting this channel, thank you guys for supporting this channel. If you guys want to support, please do so by praying for this ministry and also donating at sfp.center. If you guys want to fund the documentaries that we're doing, we are doing the Second Coming documentary and the Ellen White documentary. If you guys want to fund those documentaries, the support does help. Please pray for us and donate at sfp.center in order for you guys to help us with those documentaries and to fund those documentaries that we're doing. Thank you guys again. Again, all the links are in the description box below. sfp.center/support so that you guys can support this channel. Thank you guys. Praise God always. See you guys on the next one. Peace.